So there's a huge thing about carrying cost and low offers that I think a lot of sellers do not understand. And I've been seeing it a lot in this market. So let's say, for instance, you own a vacant home and your mortgage is $3,000 a month. Now, remember, from that $3,000 that you're paying every month, how much of it is really going to principal, right? Especially if it's a newer home in the last couple of years. So maybe only a couple $100 going towards principal. So if let's just say you owe $200,000, every month you pay $3,000. It's not like it's minusing. You're not going 197, 194, whatever, right? You're only going a couple hundred towards principal. So if you got a low offer and you're like, oh, that's $10,000 too low, I'm not taking, and the buyer walks. Well, after 3 or 4 months, you just spent $12,000. And it's not like you're making it back from the principal of the house. And I keep telling people this. You have to play the market smart and understand. We had a homeowner call us once. I'm verbatim telling this story. She was listed with somebody else. Her mortgage payment, no exaggeration, was $4,800. Let's just say it's $5,000 a month on a vacant property. So when we took it over, and listen, this is a true story. I tell people everything so you guys understand. We took it over. We didn't have time to reset the house. So we didn't give it 61 days because she couldn't afford it. The first offer was so low, hear me out here, that she had to come to the closing table with like $30,000. So just to sell her own home, she had to pay $30,000 to close on it. That's how low the offer was. But here's the thing. She's paying $5,000 a month for carrying costs. So if the house stays on the market for a year, which might have been the scenario because it was in a new construction development where all these builders were building still and giving away these homes and incentives and rate buy downs and everything else. So she looked at it like, well, I'm going to be $55,000, $60,000 in the hole if I hold on to it, or I just take the loss of $30,000, call it a win. So she understood the whole scenario with carrying costs. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. When you have a payment on a vacant property or a second, whatever the case may be, or an investment property, it doesn't matter. And you have carrying cost. You have to battle that versus the low offer and see what wins. You got to get your ego and you got to stop being stubborn in a market where the buyers have control. So if homes are not selling and you get an offer and you're not living in that house and you're paying a vacant mortgage, sometimes you got to sit there and go, it's not about winning. It's not about, I got to cut my losses where I can. Because I don't know about you, but as I'm doing the video, it's not like the market's getting better, in my opinion. It's not getting healthier. Now, can things change? Of course, but we're not talking about ifs, right? We're talking about reality right now. While I'm doing this video now, you could be watching this video in 3 years and be the best market ever. I hope so. So this is why I do what I do. I'm very honest with people. I'm very upfront. I don't say what's best for me. I don't care about me, right? I care about you, the client, what's best for you. And sometimes the best advice is not what you want to hear, but you got to look at it and you got to say, this is the reality I'm in. Let's get it rocking and rolling. And that's why you got to look at carrying cost versus, the payments and whatnot. So any questions you guys have, please let me know. Carrying cost versus low offer. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear it, and I would love to talk to you guys soon on my next video.